stop right there. Do not buy the Chanel Classic Flap. There is a better bag that just launched at Chanel, and it is a flap bag. If you want the look of a Chanel Classic Flap, but you want to pay about half the price. If you have watched my blog where I go shopping for that Chanel 23S collection and also the unboxing of this bag that I have right here, you know what I'm talking about. And I'm going to give you today all the comparisons between my small and also a medium Chanel Classic Flap to a new Chanel Flap bag that, to me, I feel that it could be the same or a little bit better than getting a Chanel Classic Flap, mostly and considering the price increases from Chanel, which are nothing new. We know, and I actually have confirmation allegedly from a couple Chanel essays that they have told me that what Chanel is trying to do with the Classic Flap is that they don't want to see it everywhere, at every corner, everybody wearing it. They don't want to see anything of that. They want to maintain that exclusivity, and they want to push their seasonal bags, which it makes total sense. And from there, they have created mostly on this 23S collection, but the bag that I unboxed and that I got from the 23S collection, to me, it is the perfect bag if you want the look of a Chanel Classic Flap, but you want to pay about half the price. I know that it's still steep because it's still Chanel, but if you don't want to pay above the $10,000 after tax, $11,000, then the Sweet Camellia bag. Tell me if this doesn't look like a Classic Flap. Let me show you. I have here my small one in beige. Look at this. Yep, size and whatnot. So I'm going to give you close-ups, details on size, space, absolutely everything on this video so you can make your best decision. And you may be wondering, well, Jacqueline, but is this just coming in pink? Perhaps you're not a person that likes a pink kind of shade, which I feel that is absolutely gorgeous, this shade, but it does come in white, in black. It comes in this size and on a smaller size. Let me just show you all the details about this bag, and then we're going to go into comparisons between the small Classic Flap and a medium Classic Flap. Okay, friends, so here it is, the bag. This is the way it came with the felt. And this is the exact color. This is a 4K camera, and I'm filming in natural light, so if you're wondering about the exact color, this is it. As you can tell, the leather is lambskin, but it's, I don't want to say a dual lambskin, but it's not shiny. It's still soft, but not as soft as my Chanel 19, which I have it right here. As you can tell, do you see the shine that this one has? It's a little bit more soft and plushy. This one is not as plushy, and it's also more structured. You see the Chanel 19? You see the corners? This one is a little bit harder, and the reason is because inside my Chanel 19, it is made out of fabric, while this one, the Camellia, the Sweet Camellia, it is made out of leather. So that right there is the main reason. As you can tell, to me, this lambskin seems a little bit more durable or less soft, less, I shouldn't say worry-free than my Chanel 19. So that's one of the major things that I wanted to point out. Let me show you the code of the bag. So that way, if you're interested, is the 23S collection. These are the codes that you need to look up. It's a size small. It comes also in a smaller size and in rectangular, and it says gold M, although the shade is light pink. Now, in terms of the bag, as you can tell, it has that lock closure with the quilted design, very typical flat bag kind of, and then the Mona Lisa pocket. It has the strap which is not interlaced with leather, but it is adjustable. So the way to adjust it is you have this little camellia, and you have that mechanism that you press down, and then you can slide the chain, making it perfect for either crossbody or to carry on your shoulder. There is a way, I was just playing around the other day, that you can just adjust it completely and make it as short as possible. It has 3 grommets right here that you can just pull in the chain on both sides, and then you can use either the same chain to tie it. You have to do kind of like a double knot, or use kind of like a clip or a headband, and that way you can use it a little bit more shorter, like if you want the style of a Chanel classic flap. Now let's compare it with my small Chanel classic flap in beige. As you can tell, the size pretty comparable, even on the sideways. This one even looks a tiny bit larger. And the bottom, you have a seam right here, and then the sides, let me show you like this. Oops. Side by side. Now with a classic flap, you are not able to make it crossbody. I mean, you can, but it will be really short as crossbody. Now let's do some measurements. So again, this is my Chanel classic flap, small size. It has 9 inches. This is a little bit over 9 inches across, like I would say almost 9.5. Then about 6 inches, and this one 6.5 inches. Now in terms of width, 2.5, and then here less than 2.5. So definitely this bag is larger. Now I have my Chanel classic flap in medium white from the 23P collection. I will be leaving all those details on the description box below. These bags, I may have to leave them as pre-loved because they are not readily available in boutiques or online. Obviously you need to buy them at the boutique. Now let's go for the length of the bag. I'm just gonna go towards the back so you can see it. Up right here, 10 inches and a dash. And then once again, this one is about 9.5. And we have here 6.5. And then here also 6.5. So same height, and in terms of width, 2.5. And I'm pretty sure we said this one was 2.5. Yep, the same. Now another big difference right here that I think you should consider is that the classic flaps, these are actually double flaps. There are 2 flaps. You have a big zipper right here, the double flap, and then this is inside, all leather lining too, couple compartments. If you open the Sweet Camellia, you have not a second flap. It's just one big flap, a zipper, one pocket, and very roomy. So you have a lot of space right here where you can fit certainly many things. Same thing with a classic flap in a small. You have the double flap. You have a compartment right here, just as the medium one, then the inner portion. So in terms of what it will fit inside, I can do a separate video about it. It will be pretty much the same amount of things, but this one is an easy way to get into the bag because you don't have that extra flap in here that is, you know, kind of like quote unquote in the way. But here you have 1 compartment, 2 compartments. So in general, you can get the same amount of things inside the bag. One thing I will have to say is that you can find right now this same color of the Sweet Camellia in a classic flap in boutiques. So if you really like this color but you want a classic flap, they have it available. The biggest thing right now, it is that the small one is right now 9,600, and the medium one is above 10,000, almost hitting 11,000, while this one is 5,900. There is a smaller size than this that is a little bit more rectangular, I will say about this size, and that one is 5,600, so $300 less than this. But I think this size in particular, it is your best bet if you want to have the look of a classic flap, not paying almost $10,000 for it. So you still have the look. In addition, you have the adjustable strap. You can use it crossbody, and this same bag comes in white and comes in black at the moment. I think it's gonna come also in a light yellow for this season. Remember, this is a seasonal bag, and hopefully, depending on the demand, it may stay, but it may not. So that will be a shame because this is an excellent bag. I hope this serves you of help to make a decision whether you want this bag, whether in the white, black, this color, and let me know if you have any questions, because again, I have seen these bags in person. One more thing that I want to mention is the type of leather, this lambskin leather, it's to me very comparable to the Caviar. These two are Caviar leather, and these are obviously a little bit more sturdy. They have the glazing on top too, but I mean, the way that I feel it, definitely this is one that I feel is gonna be more durable than, say, this lambskin from my Chanel 19, because this is more cushy, more supple, as you can see. Okay, let's go over now for some mod shots. Got the Sweet Camellia right here too on the side, and then on the other side we have the classic flap in a medium size. We have it as a crossbody. Now we have adjust the strap of the Sweet Camellia, and as you can tell, it can go all the way to the hip, but you can adjust it all the way lower if you're taller too. Now, if anything, as a shoulder bag, is because it doesn't have the leather, it may slip, but it's something that, I mean, I don't think it's a huge big of a deal, but there you have it. Here I have the Chanel Camellia sideways. That's the shortest way that it will go. There's a small one on the other side. With all the details that I have gave you, all the details, all the comparisons, I think no brainer right here. To me, when I was shopping the 23S collection at the boutique, I saw this same bag in the same color, which was a shade that I really wanted it to get in a classic flap. And I was debating at that time which one to get. I was like, should I get this one or should I get the other one? And honestly, silly of me. I mean, like, it should have been no brainer. I was paying pretty much half the price of a Chanel classic flap for this baby. More roomy, adjustable on the strap, has the camellia, which is so iconic. Don't get me wrong, I love my Chanel classic flap and I will repurchase it again if I had to. Obviously, I'm most likely on the pre-loved market, which in the pre-loved market you can find not only so many different colors but also sizes. I will be leaving details of the pre-loved websites that I trust, that I will suggest you to take a look at them. I will be linking this bag too, as well as this bag if I can find it on Chanel's website, because like I said, this is a hush kind of secret from Chanel. Yeah, people, they do not know about it unless you go to the boutique and unless you see it and unless you ask for it. That is how much it's kind of like secrety right now. And I don't know if they are trying to perhaps not a seasonal bag, but perhaps just coming with different shades and then perhaps have it in shades like black and white and perhaps beige and caramel in the long run. I hope they do so, because this bag honestly answers a lot of questions. It actually puts, at least to me, at ease that, okay, I have already my Chanel classic flaps and I do not want to spend that much money at the moment, and this is beautiful. It's also adjustable. I can use it crossbody. I mean, there's so many other aspects of this bag that I love. Now, from this same collection, I will suggest you, they have a couple other different bags very alike to this one. One of them, I will be putting some images right here so you can take a look at them. They are also great bags. Don't quote me on these, but I don't think those two are adjustable, so that's a thing that you may want to consider. But if you're looking for the interlace kind of chain from a classic flap, if you're like so solid on that you want that look, perhaps those bags will be best for you. But I'm super happy with this bag right here, so I just want to bring it out to your attention because, like I said, at the current prices of Chanel, they are not going to go down. Everything is just going to go up and up and up. But if you're really feeling like, oh my gosh, I'm not going to wait until next year to get a classic flap, I will say either go for the pre-loved market, which they have great prices at the moment. It's not that they haven't caught up with increasing the prices for the Chanel classic flaps, but it's just simply that they want to move their inventory because more is going to come. They're going to be selling still those bags. So this is the moment that if you're looking for a Chanel classic flap, Beloved Market is a really good way for you to get that classic flap. I highly suggest you to check Fashion File because they do have a really nice return policy. Plus, they guarantee the authenticity of the item. I will also be leaving a link of an authenticity site if you want to double check on that. I think that is super important as well. But yeah, if not, if you don't want to go pre-love and you want to say, I don't know, it's your first bag and you want it to be from the boutique, I will say, just go to the boutique, make your appointment, get inside, ask if they have this one or the smaller size, try it and see if you like it. Okay, my friends, and this makes it for this video. I hope that you enjoy it, that you find it helpful. I would love to hear from you. Are you interested on these kind of seasonal bags? What are your thoughts about it? I know they are still pricey, but they are still Chanel, and things are just going to go up just like any other brand. I mean, Hermes have done the same thing with Louis Vuitton. I mean, we have seen all these brands increasing their prices. So let's just continue the conversation on the comment section down below. While you're at it, and if you haven't done so yet, I want to invite you to subscribe to my channel. Make sure you ring that post notification bell so you don't miss any of my uploads. It would be amazing if you can come and follow me on my Instagram and TikTok. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. That will really help me. The algorithm in YouTube is chaotic right now because they are pushing the shorts, right? Leaving a little bit aside the long content videos, and everything is kind of like just crazy. So it would be amazing if you can give it a thumbs up. Also share it with your friends. And if you're not done watching my content, I will be leaving a couple other videos right here that I'm sure you're gonna love. Until the next time, I hope you have a beautiful, wonderful day. Bye bye.